is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Alya if you are new here. So in today's video I am going to be sharing some tips and tricks on how to look younger with makeup. Now I realize this probably won't appeal to my younger viewers, but for the rest of us who are over the hill, this one's for you guys. Before we get into it, I would absolutely love if you would hit that subscribe button down below. It's completely free, and if you change your mind, you can always unsubscribe later. Now without further ado, let's get right on into it. Now obviously, like any makeup routine, before you get started, you want to wash your face, moisturize, do your skincare routine. So I've already done that off camera. And the moisturizer that I used was this Glam Glow Starter, and this says Mega Illuminating Moisturizer, and this is in the color Sun Glow. So it's a tinted moisturizer, but I feel like it also kind of works as a primer. So I like to do that to add just a little bit of extra color to my skin, since this is going to be a minimal makeup look. The next thing I'm going to do is just prime my skin with the Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. And I love this one. Obviously, babies don't really have big pores, so neither do we. So I have a few funny stories with the whole looking younger dealio, if you will. One of which, I was in a Windsor, and if you live in America, you probably know what that is. It's like a clothing store that has prom dresses and stuff like that in the back. And anyway, I was just kind of browsing around, and the girl comes up to me and she's like, "Oh, are you going to homecoming? Do you need help choosing a dress?" And I'm like, I'm 23. Obviously this was several years ago because I'm now 28. But it was just really funny because I remember feeling super annoyed. Like I just felt this burning rage because she thought that I was 16 or 17 years old. The next product I'm going to use is this NYX BB cream here. And I really like to use a BB cream just because it's more lightweight and it's not a super matte finish. It's a little bit more dewy and natural and lighter. This is more of a minimal makeup look, kind of just enhancing your natural features. Of course, we all have different skin types, so if you have really acne prone skin or your skin is really oily, you might want to use a more full coverage or matte foundation. So whatever works for you, totally fine. There's no right or wrong. Just kind of focusing this on all of my problem areas, which clearly are the perimeter of my face. Love that for me. I'm just gonna take a beauty blender and blend it all out. Next, I'm going to go in with this Instant Age Eraser by Maybelline, and I love this concealer. It's a really nice lightweight concealer, but it still does the job. I do also love the Tarte Shape Tape, but I do feel like that is a little thicker and heavier, and that's not really the look I'm going for. Of course, however, if you have super dark circles, you might want to use something that's a little stronger, but I feel like this one works for most people. And I'm just gonna bring that up over my eyelid as well to kind of make a base for any eyeshadow I do later. So another funny story I have is last September, well, I guess technically not this past September, but 2 Septembers ago. I was 27 at the time, and I was going to Vegas with some of my friends, and I was in the States. And I ordered a swimsuit online, but it was too big, so I needed to have it tailored. Story of my life. So I took it to the tailor, and the whole time she's just giving me crap about this swimsuit, and I'm like, I'm paying you to alter my clothes, not judge my wardrobe. So she's giving me a hard time, and then as I came back to pick it up a week later, she's like,
"I really can't believe that your mother would let you wear this."
I'm like, considering I'm 27 years old, my mother doesn't really have a say in what I wear. And she was like, "Oh my God, you're 27? Oh my sweetie, I thought that you were 16. And I was like, no, I'm not. Really not. Thanks though. Next, I'm going to just bronze up my face a little bit, but I'm not going to really do any serious contouring. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add some blush, and I think this is one of the most important parts. Having nice pink rosy cheeks really does make you look younger and more vibrant. So the one that I really like to use for this is the Beach Tint, and it's meant for cheeks and lips, and this is by Becca Cosmetics. And I love this one because it kind of just sinks right into your skin, and it's really light and you don't feel it at all. And the other trick I have is to just put a little bit of blush on the tip of your nose. Again, that just kind of plays up the innocent young vibe. Not a lot, obviously. We don't want to look like Rudolph, but just enough so it looks a little bit sun-kissed. Next, we are going to add just a little bit of highlighter, nothing too crazy. And I'm going to use the liquid highlighter by Essence, and it's called Make Me Glow. And I'm just going to put that on the high points of my cheek, just a tiny bit. And a tiny bit on my nose. Now when you do your eyebrows, it's really important that you avoid doing those glam, super perfect, sharp eyebrows. You want them just to be nice and bushy and kind of messy and natural looking. So I'm going to use this MAC Shape and Shade brow tinting pen, and it's got this felt kind of tip to it. This is just going to create natural looking hair strokes, and you can build it up and it starts out really light. And actually another thing that you can do with this is I like to kind of just enhance the natural freckles I already have on my face, hence why I didn't put any foundation here and here. So if you have natural freckles, this is a perfect time to play them up and just play that really natural, young, fresh face look. If you don't have freckles, obviously you can do this too. Just be careful you don't make them too dark because you don't want it to look fake. So the last step is making your eyebrows nice and full and bushy, and this is my favorite step. And the best product that I have found is the Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Filler, and it's kind of like a brow mascara and also a gel all wrapped into one, so it keeps your eyebrows nice and in place, but it also makes them a little bit fuller. With eyeshadow, you want to keep it really simple and just enhance your natural features. So the first thing I'm going to do is just take a nice nude base, and I am using my Naked 3 palette by Urban Decay, but you can use any palette really you want. Just make sure to stick to the neutrals or the pinky neutral tones. And then I'm just going to follow that up with a pink mauve shade that I have in the same palette, and just apply it with a really light hand. You're not trying to make it really dark, you're just trying to make your eyes pop ever so slightly. And then I'm just going to take that same shade and just bring it down underneath the eye to create almost a little bag effect. And this is just the same bronzer that I used on my face, and I'm just using that in the crease to make my eyes pop a tiny bit more. I'm just using a shimmery shade right in the inner corners of my eyes. And this is just going to make your eyes pop ever so slightly and make you look just a little bit more awake. And last but not least, you can't forget mascara, so I am just using the Lash Stiletto by Maybelline. And I love this one because it really lengthens your lashes without making them super clumpy, and they look really natural, and you can continue to build it up as long as you'd like. But because this is a more natural look, I am not going to go all out. Final step is lipstick, and you want to keep this more of a pinky nude, sort of similar to your natural lips, just enhancing that color. I'm going to go in with this NYX lip liner in the color Ever, and it just looks like this, and it's one that you would sharpen. And I'm going to follow that up with a Wet n Wild lipstick, and this is in the shade In the Flesh. And I'm just going to tap that on very lightly. So this is the completed look. Let me know down below in the comments what you think. I really hope that you were able to get some useful tips out of this, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to go ahead and give it a thumbs up on the way out if you liked it. Thank you so much for watching.